Hi, very good morning, one and all. Let us coming to 10th biology. Now we are in the 5th chapter, coordination. Of course, already we completed the 4 chapters, nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, etc. These are all the systems which are inbuilt in our body for a specific function, a specific structure. So we already completed in an isolation manner, in a detailed manner, every system which is present in our body. For example, let us coming to nutrition. In plants, physiology, autotrophs, apart from the photosynthesis we have completed, as well as the heterotrophs, human digestive system, structure and mechanism of human digestion, we are completed in the first chapter. Let us coming to second chapter, respiration, the energy producing system. So how our body utilize these food materials in process of the oxidation of food materials. So in this part already we completed plant respiration like lenticels and the aerial roots are breathing roots, as well as coming to the human respiration, mechanism of respiration we are complete. So then we are going to the third chapter, transportation, means the circulatory system like blood vessels, heart of course is a pumping organ. So transportation in animals as well as the plants like conductive tissue or a transport tissue like xylem and phloem, how it takes place for the transportation of the materials from one place to other place. As usual, we move to the fourth chapter, excretion, means the wastage disposing system. Here we learn about, we discuss about that the human body, we are having the chief excretory organs like kidneys, how the kidneys plays a vital role to filtration of the blood and to separate the impurities from our body and eliminate in the form of urine. So as well as the plants manage the waste materials in the form of secondary metabolites like alkaloids, tannins, resins, gums, latex, etc. So I mean that all the 4 chapters we learn and we discuss in a detailed manner, especially in the isolation manner, means individually. But in the case of 5th chapter, coordination, I mean that what is meant by coordination? So coordination is a process through which the function of the organs complement with one another to bring about homeostasis in our body. So once again I repeat, coordination. So coordination is nothing but the systems which are inbuilt in our body. For example, digestive system means the complex materials like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, obviously they are converted into simple form of glucose, fatty acids and glycerol like amino acids. So I mean that these fine particles mix in the blood. So digestive system is correlated with the circulatory system. Digestive system is correlated with the respiratory system. Means I mean that oxidation of food materials and release the energy. Means these digestion is correlation with respiration. Both the systems are correlation with the circulation. I mean that blood is a chief component which can combine with the as well as the glucose and oxygen. So both are taking place through the medium of blood. So all the systems are correlated, interconnected, interlocking systems, as well as coming to the excretion. So wherever the impurities are formed in that respiration like carbon dioxide, whereas in case of the fecal matter in the digestion. So all these materials, waste materials should be eliminated, separation in the form of urea, uric acid and ammonia. The nitrogenous based waste compounds are filtered out, sent out from our body. So of course we learn all the systems, the 4 systems in an individual manner. But in case of these, all the systems, for example, skeletal system, muscular system, already you learned in the 9th class itself. So all these systems are interlinking with one system, that is nothing but a nervous system. So in our body, in our human body, brain is the highest coordinating center in the body. So let us coming to that this chapter. The name itself is clearly indicate that coordination. So coordination is the process which brings the coordination with one organ or one system to other system to bring about homeostasis. So I use that word, that term, the homeostasis. So homeostasis is nothing but a well balanced position, internal, chemical and physical. So once again explain. So what do you mean by homeostasis? So homeostasis is the concept of in the state of steady internally, physically and chemically conditions maintained by the living systems. So how our body is maintain the coordination and control all the activities of the organs and organ systems. How it is possible? So we are having a channelized system. Actually, in our body, we are having both the two systems which are control and coordinated. Those are obviously, one is the neural system, means nervous system, as well as the endocrinal system. So neural system means nervous system, endocrinal system means secretes the hormones which are nothing but ductless system or endocrinal system which secretes the chemical messengers, means chemical coordination, neural coordination. So total our body is control and coordinate all the activities is take place by the two systems, parallel system, one is the neural system as well as the endocrinal system. So neural system is occupy in our body, it occurs in a network like system which can use the rapid changes, means quick reaction. Whereas coming to the two, is endocrinal system or hormonal system which secretes the hormones. Hormones means chemical messengers or chemical coordination. So in our body, total our organs or organ systems are controlled by the two systems. One is the neural system and the endocrinal system. So let us coming to the chapter coordination. We are having the objectives. I mean that whenever we are going to start or begin the chapter, I would like to give a brief account on the learning outcomes of this chapter. I mean that the learning objectives. So what are the concepts or what are the topics are involved in this entire chapter? How this chapter we are going to learn? Or also we call as a concept tree or a mind mapping. So like that, so these are the total objectives in this chapter. Those are, first one is the introduction part. So what is the relation to that all the systems, means physiology or life processes like digestion, respiration, transportation, excretion, coordination, reproduction, skeletal system, muscular system. So all these systems which are correlated. So introduction part. Next we are moving to the responding to stimuli. So what is meant by response? What is meant by stimulus? Next activity number 1, holding a falling stick. Next integrating pathways like nerve coordination, structure of nerve cell. You know that nerve cell or neuron, it is the basic structural and functional unit of the nervous system. Of course, you are having a brief account on your minds based on this 8th and 9th class the nerve cell. Next pathways from stimulus to response. So from stimulus to response, what is the pathway? For example, we are having the different types of nerves like afferent nerve is also called as a sensory nerves or sensory neurons. Second one is efferent neurons or efferent nerves. They are also called as the motor nerves. Third one is association nerves or mixed nerves. So obviously we are having the three types of nerves. One is the sensory nerves, motor nerves and association nerves. It is also called as afferent nerves and efferent nerves and mixed nerves. So this is the way we are going to learn in this objectives. Next we are having the concept like knee jerk. It is a reflex action. The pathway of reflex actions are called as reflex arc. All of sudden actions, all of sudden involuntary actions which are controlled by mechanism like reflex arc. Next one is we are having the three types of nervous systems in our body based on that activity and coordination. We call that is central nervous system, which is also called as CNS in the form of short. So in short form, it is called as CNS, means central nervous system. In the central nervous system, we are having the two parts. One is the structure of brain and the structure of spinal cord. Then we move to the peripheral nervous system. Peripheral means around the brain. So brain around we are having the cranial nerves or brain nerves. So brain nerves or cranial nerves we are having the 12 pairs. Next, in addition to the spinal cord, we are having the 31 pairs of spinal nerves. So 31 pairs plus 12 pairs, total 43 pairs of nerves which are present in our body. Those nerves are called as peripheral nervous system. So brain nerves, I mean that 12 pairs cranial nerves, 31 pairs spinal nerves, together we call as a peripheral nervous system, which is the short form of PNS. Next one is autonomous nervous system. So these autonomous nervous system also divided into two categories. One is sympathetic and second one is parasympathetic. So these are the three systems of nerves which are present in our body. So those are central nervous system means brain and spinal cord, peripheral nervous system means brain nerves or cranial nerves 12 pairs, spinal nerves 31 pairs. Let us come into the autonomous nervous system means these are called as a sympathetic, parasympathetic and somatic nervous system. So these are the classification of these CNS, PNS and ANS. Next we are moving to the another concept other than the neurons, other than the nervous system, we are having the chemical coordination. So chemical coordination means for example we are going to study about this the story of insulin. You know that insulin, the diabetes or the blood sugar patients, they are taking in the form of injections or tablets. They are taking that insulin. So the story of insulin we are going to learn. Next, other chemical coordinators, other chemical coordinators. I mean that how the plants can manage the coordination. Of course, we are having as a animal or human beings, we are having the nervous system as well as the hormonal system. But how the plants can manage these coordination, how they have to coordinate the activities. So the plants also, of course, they are having the hormonal system. These hormones are called as phytohormones. Those are 5 kinds. We are going to discuss in a detailed manner in the further classes. Let us come into the next concept is feedback mechanism. So in this concept, how much time we are taking to respond to a particular stimulus. So that is called as a feedback. After completion of examination, the result, eagerly we are waiting for the result. So like that, we are having the feedback mechanism. The last topic is called as tropic movements and nastic movements of tropic and nastic movements of the plants. How the plants can respond to the particular stimulus without a directional, with directional movement. So this is called as a tropic and nastic movements. So children, these are the concept tree or mind mapping or flowchart are also called as the learning objectives of this entire chapter. When we are thorough with each and every topic, then we are having the total concept in our mind. Is it clear, children? Now we are coming to the introduction part. So let us take the first introduction of this chapter. So as we start the chapter like coordination. So coordination means control and coordinate all the activities of the organs in our body. So how the organs, one organ is interconnecting to other systems or other organ and complement with each other, and to bring about homeostasis means coordination. So this is called as a coordination. So how the control and coordination takes place in the human beings? Of course, we are having two systems parallelly. Both those are called as the neural system and the endocrine system. Is it clear, children? So let us come into the responding to stimuli. So before coming to the responding to stimuli, according to the textbook content, we are having some general examples to elevate what is the introduction part of this 5th chapter. So let us come into the textbook examples. See, sharpening a pencil. For example, while we are taking the sharpening the pencil, so it is a well coordination. So one hand we are taking the sharpener, the other hand obviously we are taking the pencil, and we are having the sharpening. So it is a coordination between the fingers and both the hands. Is it clear, children? Next example is taking place to the grasping a doorknob. So all of a sudden the door is going to shut down. Immediately you have to jump and you have to take we are pulling the door in a backward position. So how it happens? So grasping the doorknob. Next, of course, we are having the driving or riding a bicycle or a bike, driving a automobile, or let us coming to the walking or a running, and few physical actions almost we have to involved in a well coordination and as well as the purposeful body movements. Is it clear, children? So let us take examples once again. For example, sharpening a pencil, grasping the doorknob, and walking, running, skating, jumping, swimming, skipping are all the vigorous exercises and almost driving with a few physical actions, all involved well coordinated movements made with a well balanced postures. So these are all the activities which we have to perform in a well balanced position, well coordination movement. Is it clear, children? For example, see, in fact, whenever we have to move, the basic functions such as balance, movement, and coordinating with a purposeful body motions. Is it clear, children? In fact, while we are moving from one place to another place like a locomotion, it is a well balanced, coordinated movement. So, movement is a well balanced position. Even in case of upright in a position is also, of course, it is a quite fit. Why? Because total our body is balancing by a narrow feet. Is it clear, children? Of course, we are having the 60 kgs or 70 kgs of overweight. The total body, organs and organ systems, total our body weight is controlled by the narrow feet. Actually, it is a quite fit. Not only we are balancing our body weight with an upright position, we are doing the purposeful body motions. Like these are all the activities as we said in the beginning, like running, walking, skating, swimming, skipping. So all these exercises and all these functions which are carried out with a well balanced position. Is it clear, children? That is coming to the textbook questions. They are asking that what other functions do you think needed in a coordination and balance? So regarding to the textbook page number 94, after completion of the introduction, they have to given to the is coordination. They would like to ask the questions. What are the other systems are involved in this coordination? Yes. Of course, for example, while we are walking, not only simply like this skeletal system or muscular system to support this activity. Apart from that, digestive system, that means that provides the energy. Respiratory system, which can release the energy from these food materials by the oxidation of glucose. And the circulatory system, which can transport these materials to each and every cell. And hormonal system, enzymatic system. So the nervous system, all the systems are involved in a well balanced position. Is it clear, children? Next question they are going to ask, what triggers the movement of the muscles? Of course, we have to feel in our mind, yes, I would like to move. So what triggers the muscles of leg muscles in our body to move or to make a move? How it is possible? Actually, it is a kind of a pathway to detect the changes in the environment by the stimulus. It's a kind of a pathway. So how the pathway takes place? Yes, it is a kind of pathway. It means all of them pick up with a signals. I mean that detectors in the environment with the neural system. That means the concept which is arising in our mind, the brain can send the information in the form of action potential. Means electricity. That means they generate the electricity nearly 0.09 volts electrical potential energy or electricity is generated to take this activity, to take these functions. This is called as action potential. Action potential. I mean that it triggers the muscle. Is it clear, children? Next, they are asking another question. How do we respond to so fast according to the situation? For example, when we hear the car sound which is coming to the near to you, without any gap, it is a natural to move, and you have to leave the space. You have to provide some space to go on that vehicle. How it is possible? Because of that, that is the accuracy of our nervous system. Actually, what is the speed of our neuron or nerve cell? 100 meters per second. Within a second, what is the speed of our neuron is 100 meters per second. How it is possible? Yes, it is a separate pathway. For example, before going to that this concept, we would like to give some of the introduction regarding to stimulus to response. Then it is easy to understand the mechanism or the pathway which is involved in these activities. Is it clear, children? So I would like to explain what is meant by stimulus and what is meant by response. See, children, stimulus and responding. So let us come into the second chapter, responding to stimuli. So what is meant by stimulus and what is meant by response? So let us come into the for example, see, second concept, we completed the first topic introduction, then we are moving to the responding to stimuli. So the ability of an organ, for example, any organ, for example, muscle, leg muscle. So these the ability of an organ to react to change in the environment, that is called as a response. So the ability of an organ to react to change in the environment is called as a response. So response is to react and rapid change in the environment. Let us come into that what is meant by stimulus. So stimulus is nothing but the effect of change in the environment of the organism. The effect of change. For example, tomorrow I would like to conduct an examination. For example, what is your stimulus? Yes, tomorrow we have an examination. What you are supposed to do? Yes, immediately you have to start the preparation. So where there is a stimulus, there is a response. So according to the textbook, they are given to the two examples. Plants grow towards to the sunshine. For example, this is a sunflower plant. So they have to change the direction according to the stimulus of sunlight, sun movement. So that means where there is a stimulus, there is a pathway. For example, see another example. We start sweating when it is hot in a surrounding. So we have to start the sweat when the climate is very humid. So it is a natural mechanism to surveillance of the living organisms. So this is called as a stimulus to response. So once again, repeat. So what do you mean by stimulus? What do you mean by a response? So according to that, stimulus and response is a very important mechanism in our body. So this is called as all living organisms, not only one or two, all the living organisms. For example, creatures which are crawling on the wall. For example, we would like to give a small barrier. Just we have to keep a small stick. Immediately they have to fold itself. That means they have to try to escape from this situation. So this is called as all living organisms. All living organisms respond to stimuli in the environment. So this is called as a irritability. Irritability means it is a concept which we call as a homeostasis. So all the living organisms are respond to the stimulus. So this is the one of the major characteristic feature of the living organisms which cannot perform the non-living things. For example, if you have to pinch or if you have to give the pressure, this piece of chalk cannot respond. Why? Because there is no life in this piece of chalk cells. Of course, let us coming to the textbook based questions on the concept of is responding to stimuli. What they are going to ask? What helps us to respond to such signals? For example, yes, we are responding to the stimulus. So what helps us to respond to such signals? So in the textbook itself, they are given to the answer on page number 95. See, there is a sequence of events that bring about the responses. They start detecting changes in the environment. So it's a kind of different pathway. So for example, in 9th class itself, we learn about sense organs. So obviously, the eyes are having the optic nerves. So which receives the information. Of course, we are seeing with the eyes, but actually in our body, it takes in the form of action potential, means neurotransmitters. It takes in the form of nerves. Yes, the optic nerves, both the optic nerves carries the information towards the optic lobes in the brain. Means we are seeing physically with the eyes, but internally our brain can understand in the form of neural transmission. Like auditory receptors, like chemoreceptors, like cutaneous receptors, like gustatory receptors. So we are having the receptor cells in our sense organs. So these sensory nerves carries the information towards to the brain from the sense organs. Brain is the relay center. It can understand and it can send the information through the motor nerves, means forelimbs and the hind limbs. So this is a kind of pathway which involves in a specific manner. Is it clear, children? So this is called as what helps us to respond to such signals. First question answer is there. Second question, why does the living body respond to such signals? Why does the living body respond to such signals? As we said, yes, being a living organism, we have to perform the basic life functions to surviving. So, for example, this is the answer that the effect of change in the environment of the organism are signals of the change or stimuli. The effect of the change in the organism. Yes. So this is the way we have to respond to that particular stimulus. Next, we are going to explain about the activity number 1, holding a falling stick. So as shown in the figure number 1, holding the falling stick.